So just to give you a heads up, I did like the idea of the house, where it's basically, yeah, so I went ahead and took this stuff in, and what I'm going to do now is cool off. And then also, like, chill and relax and, like, organize my life and all that jazz. So, yeah. Aside from that, there we go. What else is there? I think those are the main things. Overall, I would have to say that I'm tired. I have to agree with you. I'm tired of putting in effort, and then, like, I'm like, okay, because I want an actual relationship. I'm tired of talking to a computer screen or, like, to a phone screen. So, yeah. But, yeah, no, I, like, fireman, it's basically, like, putting the fire out. I'm on board with that. I agree with you. I love the house idea where it's basically, like, hey, there's creating a house in the middle of the woods. I love that idea. That would be, like, a dream come true to have someone be like, you know what, I know this has been yeah. So that is definitely something that I would like one day. Hey, there's a light here and an actual stop sign that blinks red. Like it's, I don't know how I would describe it. It's like, instead of a traffic light, there's a stop sign with a light that's, like, flashing red. There we go. It's flashing red. So, yeah. No, I understand. I actually agree with you in terms of, like, let's go ahead and put the fire out or whatever. I know for me, I went ahead and created the house where it's like, hey, let me go ahead and create this house on wheels. Honestly, I'm 99% sure it will never happen. It's just something really cool to look at. And it's like, hey, you know what? If I could create a house, it would look like this. What I would want to do is basically go to school for, like, mechanical and plumbing, because I have no idea anything about mechanical or plumbing. I have no idea how to put anything together. And for me to own my own personal, like, home on wheels, or, like, my own personal mini house or whatever, I would definitely want to know, like, how everything works and how everything fits and everything, and I have no idea how to even put that stuff together, and I would need to hire a personal mechanic or something similar to that. And I don't know any of that stuff. So, like, while it sounds like a great idea, I'm 99% sure it's never gonna happen. And then also, like, just preparing and getting that ready for winter. Like, I'm like, how do I do that? And especially since, like, winter, even, like, here, it gets, like, into the teens. And it's like, do I really want to do that? I would want, like, a wood burning stove. I've heard wood burning stoves are wonderfully warm. Or, like, a gas/wood burning stove. It's wonderfully warm and toasty and all that. So I'm like, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, so. And yes, I realize, like, my future is not very bright. I understand that. I would honestly have to say that in the past, oh, that's really cool. I have no space to place it. I honestly would have to say that in the past, it's like, oh, I have a bright future. And then, honestly, my future just went crumbling down. So, honestly, at this point, I would have to say I'm at the bottom of the barrel. Or maybe I'm, not quite at the bottom. I'm climbing out, and it's like, you know what? Things can only go up from here. So, yeah. Because basically I plan on looking for a full-time job and seeing what's out there and saving up money and continuing to work on myself. So yeah, I'm gonna still work on all of that stuff. Just doing better in general in life. So yeah. And I realize I'm going the wrong way. The reason why I say that is because I go this way whenever I'm going to and from the school. I needed to go through the highway in order to go to where I normally stay. I'm going the wrong way. I mean, I'm going toward the city of Charlie. But the direction that I'm taking is the direction of Romeo, so the city that's south, the city where we went to college. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, no, I understand. I agree with you on that, of just you moving forward, and then me being I don't know, basically being able to focus on things that I need to get done in my own life. And then you get to focus on your life, so it's a win-win. You get to focus on wedding preparations and all that. And in my case, I get to go ahead and focus on moving and getting a job. Oh my goodness, I have so much food. While at the same time being Walmart. Oh yeah, so what it is that Walmart, their prices are increasing by 20 cents. And so whenever they go and sell a lot of their food, have a lot of their food on clearance, or not just food, just items in general, whenever they have a lot of their items on clearance, it basically means that they're doing a price increase. And it was actually interesting. I was going through the food and I was like, what do I want? And this old guy was like, oh, they must be getting ready to increase their prices. And I'm thinking, no, what? Because I never knew that. And then I talked to an employee and he's like, yeah, basically they're bringing out stuff bit by bit and putting it on sale on clearance, because he's increasing the prices by 20 cents. And as I mentioned to a couple of other people recently, the president is right. The gas prices, they'll go up, but then they'll eventually come down. But everything else, they pretty much will most likely stay up. They're not going to go down very quickly. So I'm just okay, yay. So yeah. Yeah, so I'm let me go ahead and stock up on food. And I was yeah, my bank account is going to be sad, but it'll be okay. And then also so I have a lot of food. I have 2-3 containers of food right now, I think. So yeah. Yeah. else is my goal? Basically, get the new job, move, panic about moving, realistically. Panic about moving. Continue to be depressed. Yeah, definitely continue to be depressed about everything. Just to give you a heads up, like whenever I was like, hey, this is just like whenever I gave a warning about what could potentially happen, yeah, basically like I say that as like, not like, oh, it's never gonna work, but as a warning, like this stuff may happen, and so that way you're fully aware, and you can do whatever you want with it. Like if you're like, okay, let's go ahead and get some preemptive movement where like we prepare, like that's on you. If you're like, oh, it's never gonna happen, that's on you too. The only thing I wanted to do was at least warn you, like, hey, this could potentially happen where, like, financially, it's not going to look good, basically. But at the same time, like, things may have changed. That's been, yeah. So I honestly don't know. In my case, like, for me, in my life, yeah, I would definitely have to say I'm going to continue freaking out, panicking. So, yeah. Getting my car fixed. I'm going to put a rack on top of my car and then put like a container on top just full of clothes. Pack that all up. Pack up my car with food so that way like I'm food safe. And then what else am I gonna do? I don't know. Move. Try and continue to panic while looking for a place to stay. Pray. Panic. Common theme. I'm just gonna panic and like freeze. That's basically what I'm doing lately, is that I'm panicking, and by me panicking I'm actually freezing, because like I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get all this stuff done. I'm afraid I'm not going to get this stuff done. My car's like needs repairs. I can get that done. I have all this other stuff I need to get done, and I'm panicking. The thing that helps me stay sane is basically, my neck. Is basically hanging out with friends, because again, I'm panicking. What else? And I'm freezing. I mean, not cold, like, fight, flight, or freeze. I'm freezing. Or was it? Yeah. Yeah, so aside from that, yeah, and then I think my car mainly has a bad oil leak now, because I'm putting in a quart after like 250 miles, and before I think it was more than that. So yeah, I think the oil leak has gotten worse, and there's like something else wrong with the vehicle. I don't know what it is. So yeah, but yeah, no, I understand. Just in regards to your decision, I need to brush my teeth, and honestly, like, I agree with it, because at least this time, in my case, it gives me a chance to focus on one thing instead of being worried, like, am I only moving like at least an hour away, or am I moving at least 1-2 states away? I don't know. And so because of that, like, I was panicking because of that. So now, like, because I was like, okay, which way do I go? Which way will I be going? Like, do I still need to stay here or what? And so this way, or do I need to, like, stop looking for jobs? And because of that, like, I haven't really looked for any jobs. But because of you saying, okay, like, I don't really have any interest in pursuing a relationship with you, or, like, basically with me, it basically makes me a lot more calm in a way, because, or at least that's what I'm hoping will happen, because this way it gives me an idea of like what to do, and I can go ahead and focus on one thing that I need to get done, which is basically prepare for actually moving like completely out of state. So it does help me quite a bit. But yeah, overall, like, and it'll help me so that way I'm not like freezing and being like worried and anxious and not knowing what to do. But at the same time, a part of me figured that you always had this in the plan of like pursuing someone else and getting married to someone else, because I'm just have a sucky future. So anyways, I will talk to you later. I'll do another video like next Monday. Yeah, this way it'll give me a chance to do stuff. And then this way I'm not, yeah, since you're like not interested, it gives me a chance to like focus on other stuff. So yeah. Ooh, come on. We're all like, hey, let's all slow down to about 35, since there's a cop right there, and there's construction workers, and it's a really, really bright light right there, right in the middle of the dark road. So yeah. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Hope you sleep well, slept well, all that jazz. I don't know when you'll see this video. But yeah, I'll post something on Monday, and it'll give me a chance to like get to work and get stuff done. So yeah, like basically actually like look for jobs and such. So yeah. I'll talk to you later. Sorry, it's like burnt rubber / cement, and it smells so bad. Anyways, I'll talk to you Monday. Yeah, I'll talk to you later on Monday. Let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about, and anything else you want to talk about, I'll go ahead and it still smells bad. I'll respond like Monday or so. That way I can like, no. Dang it. That way I can go ahead and like get stuff done and focus on that stuff. So yeah, talk to you later. Bye.